Today, as we look at some groups of old stamps, we're going to visit China. Now look at these. Aren't they neat? It's like there's a train and there's a boat. And every one of them have had their price change. And it might be from a China value of stamps to an American kind of value of stamps. Very, very different. Okay, you have your first one here. And the overprint is 50. And that's on the brown and white. And then look at the second overprint. That one is in red. I don't know if it makes a difference, but it's in red. And it's for $2.88. So apparently they must have had a stamp that it depended on the price. And they just put the price on top of the stamp, the overprint. Pretty neat, isn't it? Okay, and that one is a blue and white. And then another blue and white. The overprint is in brown. In black, and it's $2. That one you can really see more details of the boat and the train. Kind of different. Okay, you go down to the second row, a brown and white for $5. Then you get into a very light brown for $15. And then in the green and white, the last one in this group, it's in red. The overprint is in red, just like the top one in the middle, for $50. Isn't that interesting? What beautiful stamps. But this, if you're starting a collection and you want all the same thing in your collection, this is it. Okay, almost looks like both of those on the right hand side. The $4 one. Is it $4? Can't quite see. No, it's got a different. It's $3.20. That blue one is $3.20 on top. But it looks like the two on the right hand side, the stamps seem to be bigger than the other four stamps. So that's also interesting. So a lot of overprints on this one. Okay. And then we'll go down to our second group. Here we go. So this one doesn't have no overprints. First you have the black and white for $2.50. Brown and white for $70. And then a different shade of brown. And that one's for $200. Very, very different. Okay, let's go to our third group we have here. This is more or less some of the odds and end ones. First you have 15 in the green and white, giving you a view of the countryway. Going up to the house in the hill. Okay, and then in another green and white, $2. Then you get down to the second row there. Right there. And you have $27 with the plane coming in. And then in the orange and white, you have $2,000. Look at that. Very different. Okay. Okay, now let's go to our last group in here. And that one has all the ships coming in. Let's get this in there, right? There we go. Oh, look at that. In the brown and white, you have your one. In the green and white, and look at the red overprint that's on it. Now, sometimes these overprints are making the stamps a lot more valuable, especially if you have stamps from one country and the overprints from another country. That's when you know you got a good stamp with some good value to it. So here we have this 2 with the red overprint. And then we have a 3. Looks like a blue and white. Well, I think more green and white. Just a different shade of green. Then we go down to the second row and we have a 4 kind of in a lime green. Then we have a 5 that kind of looks pink and white, but maybe it was red, you know, maybe the sun turned it, but it's a 5. Haven't seen one this color, this shade, so I'm not quite sure if this is the shade it was made or if this something happened to the stamp. Probably in the sun too much. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we skip over to a 10 in the blue and white. Now some of these ships are very valuable stamps, so you can always check them out. They have a lot of auction houses that put stamps up for auction, and then they'll put what the stamp was and what they got for the value. So you can always check them. Cherry Stone, I know, is one of them, and I do check that one out quite often. All right, one of my good sites that I like to visit. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me. Join me as a friend. By all means, share the video with other stamp collectors and let them look, especially that first group there with the train and the boat, with every one of them having a different overprint and value. All right, and this one too is an awful good one. Alrighty, bye-bye now.